In this video, I'm going to tell you how to enter your code into a tournament. We run tournaments during events to allow you to pit your game-playing bot against other users and to see whose code performs the best. It's important that you make sure your code is correctly submitted to the tournament before the tournament begins, so I'll give you a quick overview of how to do this here. Let's get started with that now.
When you play in a tournament on the AI gaming platform, you are submitting your code to compete against the other players in the tournament. If your code plays a better game than your opponent, you progress to the next round of the tournament. You can see here how 8 different players have entered this tournament. Our system randomly matches players together for the first round and plays each game to determine the first round winners. All of the winners progress to the next round and play each other. This process repeats until an overall winner is found. The system then lists the top 4 players in the tournament as first, second, third and fourth place. So, how do you submit your code to play in a tournament? When you're in the online code editor, you can submit your code to the tournament using the drop-down next to the Run button at the top right of the screen. Make sure that the code file you have open is the one that you want to submit to the tournament. Then, click the drop-down arrow next to the Run button. This will show you a list of the upcoming tournaments that you can submit your code to. Clicking on a tournament in the list will submit your code to that tournament. It will then present you with a dialog box confirming that your code is successfully submitted to the tournament. It also reminds you that you can keep testing and changing your code after it's been submitted. You can also see that once your file is submitted to the tournament, it's highlighted in the File Navigator to remind you which files you have submitted. If you change your mind and you want to remove a file from a tournament, you can do this from the same drop-down under the Run button. Tournaments that you've submitted code to have a tick beside them, and selecting them again gives you the option to remove your code from the tournament. I'll submit this file again so that we can see it later in this video. To find out more about the tournament and to watch the tournament live when it starts running, come out of the editor and hover your mouse over the Games menu. It displays a list of all of the games that can be played on the AI gaming site, and it has a link to view the scheduled tournaments. Selecting it takes you to the main tournaments page that lists all of the upcoming tournaments that you can take part in. Each tournament shows the tournament start time. This is important as tournaments start automatically at their scheduled start time. If you haven't submitted your code to the tournament before it begins, you will not be included in it. You can submit your code to a tournament at any time before it starts, and you can keep changing and developing the code that you enter after you've submitted it to the tournament. You don't have to wait until just before the tournament begins. In fact, I would advise you not to do this. Submit your code to the tournament as early as you can to make sure that your code will compete. A tick here in the registered column means that you have successfully submitted code to play in this tournament. I also get the option here to leave this tournament and remove the code that I have submitted to it. A dialog box will make me confirm that I definitely want to remove my code from the tournament. That's everything you need to know about submitting your code to a tournament. There are other videos in this series, so please make sure to check them out. Thank you.